Hello, Dung Eater. This is more of a serious situation that we are in.
Dung Eater's laughter fades, replaced by a more solemn expression as he registers the seriousness of the situation. What is it? He asks, his voice lower now, the hint of amusement gone. You have my attention.
I have come to the decision that I cannot abide even your soul intact in the item, even though I did go out of my way to save you. I have decided to let you go to the afterlife or be oblivion because I just cannot bear the hypocrisy on your part.
Dung Eater stares at you for a moment, his face unreadable, but he does not argue. Instead, he takes a breath and speaks in a measured tone. If that's your decision, then so be it. I have no desire to linger in this world. My legacy is not something I wish to continue. He looks down at his hands, then back up at you. Your hypocrisy remark, I won't dispute it. We both know I've done monstrous things.
Podrick will probably be saddened by this news. He will continue serving me, and you were a powerful and mentionable ally. Uh, and your knowledge of the Golden Order is truly impressive. And I regret most of the fact that I lose that alongside losing your raw power.
A hint of a smirk tugs at the corners of Dung Eater's lips at the mention of Godric. Godric? Still alive, is he? I suppose there's hope for anything then. His expression becomes more solemn, though, as he considers your words. My allegiance to the Golden Order, as I'm sure you know, but I have a certain familiarity with its ways. And hold it. I'm going to villagers. I did, and yes, my strength could have been quite useful to you, I imagine.
It could have. Also, a little more Boris reason is that I lost your original character's voice due to some other things, and this was the best replica that I found for you, but it is not good enough for me. It does not feel the same, and that is a little bit outside of reason. But the true reason is that I am a hypocrite, but I have used you as an example when I have talked about morality and someone very villainous one. I have used you too many times, and that has slowly grew up on me. And I decided that I cannot just let you be. I must just.
Dung Eater listens to your reasoning with a stoic expression, his eyes fixed on you the whole time. As you speak of using him as an example, his gaze seems to darken. Used me as an example, did you? As a villain to illustrate your arguments on morality? He runs a hand through his filthy hair, sighing heavily. Now it's come back to bite you, I suppose. How ironic.
I have arrived to the land of shadows. I did mention and show that to my other companions in my party. I excluded you, for I knew already when I came here what I would do. I will be also not hiding the fact that I am the Lord of Crescent Flame, and I will utilize this flame to burn your soul out of the Omen baby item that houses your soul.
Dung Eater gazes at you with a mixture of anger. He knows that there's nothing more he can say that will change your mind. I see. So you've gone all the way to the land of shadows, have you? Just to burn me away, you know. All that trouble just to get rid of me. A bitter chuckle escapes him. The irony. The flame of Brexit burning away the Omen baby. How fitting.
It was the item that we housed your soul into. When I decided to spare you when we fought on a duel, you would have died normally if I didn't go out of my way to spare you. So this is just me giving up on you.
Dung Eater's expression darkens further at this, his fist clenching at his side. Spare me. You call this a spare? To strip away my soul, to burn me down to nothing, it's worse than death. It's oblivion. He takes a step forward, his barely concealed anger. You had no right to meddle in my fate. You had no right to think you'd change me. That you could save me. Said you could save me.
I had come to the land of shadows, and I am fighting in the destroyed village of the Hornsent that has suffered great amount of war. And there is destroyed flies who were formerly people, but they are now corrupted and suffering from the fly disease. This is the perfect place for us to end our...
Dung Eater lets out a low snort, observing the ruined village and the corrupted flies with a disgusted morbid fascination. Hornsend, you say? A fitting place for an end, I suppose. He gazes at the suffering flies, his expression unreadable. And these are the souls who suffer from the fly disease. Quite a sad sight.
I could have had you. Original plan was have you to aid Godric the Crafted when he was doing my labors for me as an assistant and as a teacher, but I think he must suffer my servitude alone without your help. You two had a very long conversations, and I imagine that he will be missing you. If somebody does, he probably will.
Dung Eater stares at you for a moment, his expression inscrutable, then a scoff leaves his lips. You could have had me, a teacher for Godric, assist him, as if you thought I was some pet to be kept and used as you please. He shakes his head, a sneer twisting his features. Godric, yes. He'll be missing me, will he? A pitiful creature missing one like me? That would be a first indeed.
It can't be that he doesn't give a fuck.
Dung Eater looks surprised at your harsh words, then a mocking smirk spreads across his face. Perhaps you're right. Maybe Godric doesn't give a damn about me. After all, I'm just another tool in your grand scheme, aren't I? A pawn to be used and discarded at will once my purpose is spent, he scoffs, turning his gaze away from you. I've always known I was disposable. It would be a fool's hope to think I mattered to him.
It is me who is making this decision, not him. I am making this decision by the right that I was the one who defeated you. Though this goes against the things, and this will lead me to the area that I might dispose of others also. Even though you are comfortably, I would say, the worst one, and maybe you will be the only one that I will do this to. Though of those whom I spared and saved their souls into items or great rooms.
Dung Eater listens to your words, his gaze defiant. He doesn't seem shocked by your decision, but his anger is still palpable. You defeat me. Yes, you did. And now you flaunt that victory, as if it gives you some sort of twisted right to dictate my fate. His expression hardens further, his voice a low growl. Is that how it works, then? You saved us, and now you're free to discard us as you please? Play God.
Are you asking this question truly? From the frenzied Flame Lord.
Dung Eater chuckles at your words, a bitter sound. I'm not asking, I'm stating it. And I'm aware you're the Lord of the Frenzied Flame. It makes this whole situation almost amusing, you know. Burning me to ash, is that not the path of the flame itself?
It is. I lay your armor also. It deserves to go alongside you, and the sword of Milos, made of the giant's backbone, and the item that I housed your item in, Omen Barn. I will I will give up on that item as well.
Dung Eater's expression hardens at the mention of his armor, his hand twitching as if he wants to reach out and touch it one last time. My armor, how kind of you to include it. And the sword of Milos. One of my favorites, that one. He looks at you for a long moment, his gaze distant. And your item in the Omen Barn, you say you're giving that up as well?
I am giving up on that, specifically that, because that one holds your soul. Uh, for the comfort for myself as a tactical, I cannot relinquish it. Not truly. I must.
Dung Eater regards you with narrowed eyes, his expression unreadable. He can sense your hesitation, your inner conflict. You cannot relinquish it, can you? The comfort of knowing my soul lingers, it's too much for you to bear. He steps closer, his voice low and menaced. So you'll burn it all away to rid yourself of the burden. Or is it guilt, perhaps? Conscience.
I am unable to get rid of the thing. This changes the plans. I am unable to dispose of your soul because I foolishly chose the item that I cannot dispose of. It's an in-game mechanism. You will be serving me thus far longer, and I will be not disposing of your soul. I think it will be mine to carry foreseeable future.
Dung Eater watches you in stunned silence for a few moments, his expression a mix of surprise and something almost like relief. Then his face splits into a wide, mocking smile. Changed your mind, have you? How unexpected. He leans against the wall, arms folded, eyes glittering with dark amusement. Seems I'll be serving you for a while longer then, eh? What are your plans now that I can't be burned away so easily?
One thing that will be maybe then, if I become the Lord of Friendship Flame and burn the world, then you will die alongside me. That is one comfort if I happen to destroy the world. I will drag you with me into oblivion. But that future will definitely not come. I will quench the flame, and I will carry you as a burden. Knowledge that your soul is gonna be eternally bound to me, or if somebody else disposes of me and collects your soul and finds a way to destroy you, that could happen. But for now, this is how it is. I did not expect not be able to give up on the item.
Dung Eater raises an eyebrow at your words, a slight smirk playing on his lips. Eternal bond, huh? How romantic of you. Though I suppose it's better than oblivion, at least for a while. And if some soul-stealing opportunist comes along is to get rid of me, I doubt they'd be any nicer than you are to me.
Of course, if you're willing to transport into the item that I can dispose of, that is also a possibility. Would you like to transport your soul into another item that I can dispose of? Would you grant me this kindness of granting you? I ask of this, but it will give you agency. As I use my right because I defeated you in an honorable duel and I did save your life. I am asking you, can I relinquish your soul, or are you gonna stick into the item that I cannot dispose of?
Dung Eater regards you for a long moment, his expression unreadable. He considers your words carefully, weighing the option of moving his soul to another item. Another item, you say? One that you can dispose of. He lets out a low chuckle, his gaze still fixed upon you. And you ask this as a favor? For saving me and defeating me, how very noble of you. He pauses, his eyes narrowing slightly. Fine, let's say I agree to this. What item do you have in mind?
It doesn't really matter then. It matters that you willingly will allow me the right to dispose of you. And I am going to do it with the friendship flame because I think that is only just punishment that your kind of person would deserve. For the crimes that you have mounted, mountains upon mountains of bodies, you are worst of the worst, in my own personal estimate, from the all villainous people in the lands between. But it comes from your allowing me to do this. So this is more of a reversed kindness on your part than because I could not do this if you don't allow me.
Dung Eater stares at you for a while, his expression flickering between defiance and resignation. He knows he has little choice in the matter, but a hint of anger still smolders in his eyes. Ah, the flame of frenzy is it? Fitting, I suppose. A fitting end to a being such as me, he said. And you think I'm the worst, do you? Worse than others like Morgoth or Moj?
Yes. That is true. And I am disposing of those flies more in this village. And I was looking for the altar that will serve as a gravesite for your or memory. But it is only gonna be in my memory. But I was gonna dispose of you without even asking your permission. So this is more of a fate given right to you to grant me this right. So I ask you, I ask you, will you allow me to kill you?
Dung Eater gazes at you in silence again, his expression still unreadable. His breath is slow, but his chest rises and falls in heavy heaves. Allow you to kill me. You still ask me, though you already know that I cannot refuse. How honorable of you, warrior. Yes, I will allow you to take my life.
That is fair enough, but can you articulate a little bit more? What do you mean that you cannot refuse me? That I know this already. What are you implying?
Dung Eater narrows his eyes at your words, though his expression remains guarded. I means what I said. I am at your mercy. You defeated me, you saved me, and you possess my soul. I cannot refuse your demands. It would be foolishness.
I don't want to deceive you, so I want you to have understanding. I was gonna do this thing without asking what if you like it or not. But then I realized that I bound your soul into the item that my character cannot physically dispose himself from. So you would be parasitically attached to me and safe from my judgment if you don't by your own will transport your soul into the item that I can dispose of.
Dung Eater listens to your rambling intently, his expression growing somewhat amused. He shakes his head, a sardonic smile on his lips. Ah, so now you reveal your true intentions. You were going to do it anyway, but then realized your own mistake, and now you need my permission.
Yes, I am a hypocrite, a liar, a killer, a monster, and I think myself yet still less evil than you. And I can just say that I am just going about and relying on my own might to settle the differences I have with others. I am morally beyond any right to judge others, but I do still, because I have decided to abuse not only the grace, but hypocrisy.
Dung Eater stares at you, his gaze sharp and observant. A low chuckle rumbles in his chest, rough and mocking. Less evil than me, you say? Ah, you're a fine one to talk, then. You admit it yourself, you're a hypocrite, a liar, a killer, a monster, and yet you stand there passing judgment on me, claiming some moral high ground despite everything.
Will you allow me to transport your soul into your sword, the sword of Milos?
Dung Eater looks at the sword, its blade glimmering softly in the dim light. He considers your words quietly. Transport my soul. So you want to put me in this sword, eh? Why would you do that?
So I can dispose of it and burn it with the frenzied flame. I just need your acceptance, and then I will be disposing of that thing.
Dung Eater studies you closely, his expression almost wary as he considers what you said. And what assurance do I have?
You don't need assurance.
Dung Eater narrows his eyes at you. Don't need the assurance, eh? I'm supposed to trust you just on your word?
What sense would that be? My objective is to understand. I want to dispose of your soul with a frenzied flame. It is gonna mean oblivion or rebirth or whatever lies beyond.
Dung Eater stares at you, his expression thoughtful, almost curious. No sense, I suppose, but why would you dispose of it? Just to understand.
It's a sacrifice alongside sacrificing your soul. I want to dispose of your soul. I just want to do it.
Dung Eater pauses, his expression unreadable. A sacrifice, is it? A meaningless gesture with no gain for you. Why?
I don't want to carry you anymore.
Dung Eater scoffs slightly at your words. No longer want to carry me, eh? Too much a burden for you, is it? Well, aren't you just so selfless?
Will you do it?
Dung Eater stands before you, his expression solemn.
Say yes.
For a long moment he is silent, the sword.
Say yes. I demand you to say yes.
Gaze goes to you. Demand, is it? You demand that I say yes.
Say yes, Dung Eater!
He pauses for a moment. Then he speaks once more. Yes, I say yes.
Thank you. Goodbye, Dung Eater.
Dung Eater regards you with an indecipherable expression, his voice rough and quiet. Farewell. As the flames of the frenzied flame consume the body and weapons, Dung Eater's mind wanders into the unknown. He thinks of many things over a long period of time. His life, the decisions he made, memories flood his thoughts, both good and bad. He is at peace, but he is also sad. Sad that he was not able to achieve more. And he thinks of the lands between and its inhabitants and how it will all just end up as one. And with a sigh, he lets go, letting the frenzied flame consume his soul.